Welcome to Knife Thoughts. This video is going to be my review of this knife, and this is the Tanasi Lake Teardrop from RoseCraft Blades. And first of all, I want to say, even though they have a kind of guide to pronounce this on, as well as a lot of their other knife names, on RoseCraft Blades, I am not 100% sure that I am pronouncing it correctly. So if I'm not, please accept my apologies and correct me in the comments. But this is one of the newer models from RoseCraft Blades, and it's one that I was looking forward to checking out really in a lot of ways because of this beautiful blue handle that they have, and then also because I think a teardrop is a really cool pattern. So it's one that I have from both Jack Wolf Knives and GEC, so I'll show you those. So here is the Jack Wolf Knives low drag jack, and here is a Great Eastern Cutlery number 85. And so you can see that this Tanasi Lake is quite a bit slimmer, more slender than either of these two other models that I have. And that's true in both the handles and the blades. But that said, I think that it's pretty close in shape and design to the case version of the Teardrop Jack. I don't have one from Case, but I believe that it's a lot closer to that. So if you're more familiar with one of the Case Teardrop Jack knives, then you might be more familiar with this Tanasi Lake. But it's a knife that I have carried, and it's been easy to carry, being that it is so slender. I think that you can put this in your pocket, even put it in a slip. I was carrying it in this beard and owl slip here, and it's still pretty low profile. So you've got a really nice spear point blade here on the teardrop, which is pretty typical of teardrop pattern knives. Now, this spear point is kind of interesting. It's different than the spear points on, again, those other two, in that it does not have a whole lot of belly. So you've got a pretty gentle curve to the tip. In fact, there's a little bit more of a curve on the spine. So you can see that it has this nice kind of drawn swedge, halfway between a drawn and cut swedge. And it's got, that curve on the top, and then more of a long straight edge, and then a gentle belly there on the bottom. You can see that it has the sticker. I talk about this sticker some in my videos. I used this knife a little bit, to be honest, and just kept forgetting to take that sticker off. So there it is. But as you can see, you can get this off. And I've talked in my videos about having trouble getting the smudge off, but again, you can get it off pretty easily. So you can probably see it a little bit there, but a little bit of alcohol or something will take that right off. So I just wanted to mention that because, I have mentioned the smudge in a couple of my videos, and a lot of people have, said like, this is a ridiculous thing for you to care about. You can definitely get that smudge off easily. So I just wanted to kind of show that real quick. But the handle, again, very slender, but it has the classic teardrop shape. So small, gets bigger, and then comes back down to a kind of point. But it's actually similar in the shape of the handle to the shape of the blade. What I mean by that is there's more of a curve, or at least it looks to me that there's more of a curve on the back, on the spine side, than there is here on the blade well side. So it's kind of interesting. It's not even, it's not symmetrical. But beautiful action on this, really nice. Even though it is so slender, there's not a proud tip. That tip sits within the frame. If you watch my videos, that I do not enjoy proud tips. So it's nice that even though this is so slender, there isn't a proud tip. And I actually was surprised to find that it's pretty pinchable. So being pinchable is something that I really appreciate in a knife, especially if it's a single blade knife. I like it to be pinchable, and this definitely is pinchable. But you can also use the long pull. It works well. It has a nice kind of lip to it that you can get a hold of, and really nice action. Now, like the other RoseCraft knives, this has a stop pin, so you don't have to worry about blade wrap. Changes the sound a little bit, but nice walk and talk. No gaps, very nicely put together. No gaps, bolsters to covers, pins are done well, no cracks or anything like that. Just really nicely made. The shield is well fitted. Now, as usual, these are not pin shields, but I haven't had any issues so far with them falling out. And really, the thing that stands out the most about this knife, I think, is this beautiful bone. This is some of the nicest looking bone that I have seen. And it's amazing. RoseCraft Blades is doing such a good job of their bone, of their handles. It's really incredible. They're not just their bone, but their wooden handles. They're doing a great job. So whoever is, doing the covers, I don't know if it's the same place that's actually putting the knives together, making the knives, but man, it is nice looking. This they're calling Bora Blue. So it's a very kind of tropical looking blue. I love how you can see the kind of character, these lines in the bone, and just a really, really beautiful blue with lots of character, some almost like layers to it here. Again, some almost like veins. You can see there's a little bit of a vein area there. Just some really, really beautiful covers. So if you like blue knives, I think that this is a great option because it's very blue and a very beautiful blue in my opinion. So, as usual with these RoseCraft blades, made nicely, a design inspired by classic designs, classic vintage patterns, put together well, and really, really beautiful covers, and for a good price too. So if you are looking for a teardrop jack, and again, super hard to get one from GEC. There's no 85s available right now. Even if there were, they're hard to get. So you'd have to go to the secondary market. Jack Wolf knives, I think probably all of those low drag jacks are sold out. And then case, to be completely honest, avoid case mostly. If I'm going to buy a case, I probably would rather buy it in person so I can look at it first, because they just often have issues for me. So, this is a good option if you want a teardrop jack. A lot of people talk when I make these videos about how they're made overseas, and that's true. They are made overseas. They're made in China, but they're made really nicely, designed here in America, and just a really good option if you're looking for a nice blue teardrop jack. So thanks again to Andy for sending this knife along. If you're going to get one, you can get it from RoseCraft, but you can also get it from Traditional Pocket Knives and use my code KT10 for a discount. And if you enjoy this type of video, make sure you subscribe and click the bell and select all so you know when I post new videos. I will have more videos on RoseCraft knives soon. And if you enjoy this type of stuff, make sure you go to knifethoughts.com and subscribe to my newsletter. That's the best way to get all the latest knife thoughts. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to go out and do good.